And hello, we're back again at Richard's charity do for 2018 for the Macmillan cancer nurses. And for the second time today, we've got an expert with us who's come down all the way from Scarborough, Shane Skelton, and his dear lovely wife, Jack, here. And Shane, I'm going to ask you about this mallard. A load of people have said to me, what is a mallard? And
Right.
it's not a duck.
No, it's not a duck.
For those old enough
Yeah.
like me, I actually went on the thing. Right?
Yeah.
So to you it's just history, but for me, I went on it. And this is an iconic steam train that broke, and I think still
It
retains
still holds
the
yeah,
steam
the
record.
world record.
Yeah, for a steam train. So, why is your saw called a mallard?
Right, well, I'll show you it.
Yep.
So this is the Mallard saw. The features that are copied across from the train at the front end. So the front end of the train actually follows this curvature. I wanted the saw to look fast and streamlined, so everything sweeps to a point, as if it's streamlined. The main difference with it compared to a conventional saw is a normal saw, you've got a saw back which is held in the handle. With this one, the actual back itself is made of one piece starting out like 2 inches deep. As you can see, it comes right round the lower cheek, and inside there's an adjuster. The blade's pinned at the front, and you actually wind the tension on the blade, a bit like you'd wind the tension on a bandsaw. So, and this is what we say makes it so different to a normal saw, is the amount of tension that's on it. You can't actually flex the plate, and that's on an 18 thou plate, and you just can't move it.
So it's a thin curve, but because of the tension at the back exhibits.
Yeah, I can only explain using it as using a bandsaw slack and then tightening it up and seeing what the cutting difference is like. It's pretty much like that. And then this design, we followed across without the full D plug into. I've got one apart here. Just let you see that. So this is another design which differs again from a standard back in the fact that this one's pinned at the front and it's pinned at the back, and the actual pin at the back is the front saw bolt. So with a conventional folded back, the main problems are the fine when you give them a tap at the front and a tap at the rear, and you're effectively pulling that tooth line. But if you hit hard wood, or if you just bring the saw down onto a piece of wood to start and you just tap it to, you actually remove the tension. So then you end up with a bit of a wobble in your plate, and then when you push that through a thin curve, that's when you put a buckle in your plate. So the way this works is it's permanently tensioned, but it's also held front and back. The other benefit is, on a normal saw, that your bolts actually go through the blade, so you're actually pushing forward what you're trying to tension. Whereas the way this works, the bolt goes through the back, so you are actually pushing the back of the saw back. The blade's not being compressed while you're using it, so it's another different feature. And that feature is what we've put in our new Kenyon style saw.
This is the limited edition that you were
we're doing 25 absolutely as original. So the photographs that this has been copied off, Richard Arnold actually went down and took us some pictures when the saws.
Oh, when we went on the taps visit.
Yeah.
Because we were allowed to open the seat and chest and actually take the tools out, so the opportunity to photograph the individual saws.
And this is, I mean, a lot of people have tried to copy this saw, but they've done it from one side on the picture, which doesn't show you all the detail that's in it. But when you actually, look at these different details that, other makers that have had a go have missed, and that's been quite challenging. So, this, if I put that against that, you can see this double bead detail. And then what we've done is put our traditional spear back in rather than a square where it finishes.
So it's actually an improvement on what
Yeah.
Kenyon did in the 80s.
And putting this improvement in it as well.
Sure.
So that again the blade's more tension than what it was originally.
So it's a modern interpretation of what was originally a perfect design.
Yeah, I mean the design of the handle, I think that's, you know, there's nothing being reached as far as, you know, the elegance and the complication of the sweeps that they got to at this design. But like I say, to hold the blade and then to make our saws last like these ones have last, we've just done a few, you know, minor improvements to it.
Particularly, I think the one I held, which was the enormous tenon saw, was just an amazing rear.
The rear horn just keeps on going.
Just keeps going forever, and
it's not doing anything for you at that point.
It's
just cosmetics.
Yeah, it's just stunningly beautiful. And you've got 25. And how many are there in a set, as it were?
We're doing a limited edition panel saw, of which I think only 4 is available. We're only doing 10 of those. With all the other ranges, we're doing 25.
Right.
The difference between the 25 and then what they'll look like as our normal range is these are stamped London.
Right.
The stamped Kenyon's Skelton spring as opposed to Kenyon spring.
Yeah.
And they've also got JS,
which is in the same font and exactly the same place
got a
as the original BS.
Not to use this one.
Benjamin Seaton. Yeah.
So that's the Benjamin Seaton stamp saw. And then JS is for our initials, which is Jacqueline and Shane.
Which is the same sort of nice touch that was on the Squire saw.
Yes.
Where you did exactly the same, but you changed the names. Instead of Squire Peters, you had Shane Skelton and Jack Skelton on those, which was quite a nice touch. I think it's keeping the faith of the original, but giving your branding to it.
And the other thing is with it having the London mark on, and us obviously not making outside of London, this is exactly the same as this saw was made in Sheffield, but it was for the London retailers, and that's why you've got the London stamp on it.
Is it very much like perfume branding today?
Yeah.
You know, London, New York, Paris, Rome, Skegness.
Yeah.
It is. London was put on there to be posh.
Yeah.
Really, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the other thing is the timber that they're made from. Although to look at it, this is actually beech, but it's from Wimbledon, so it is from London, which is another reason we've got the London stamp on, if anyone questions it. So
if the stand collapses during the tennis tournament, we know where you've been getting the stock from.
That's it. Yeah. And it's a tree that was over 200 years old, that had started to go in the bottom and was taken down, and then it's all been air dried for the last 3 years. So it's again, so it's, you know, it's about 230-year-old piece of timber on it.
That's absolutely fantastic. So if you need to, just one very important point was that Shane has donated kindly this year again another saw to the auction, and go ahead and tell us about that.
It's a Sheffield style carcass saw with which has a medallion with a peacock on, and that's in rippled Swiss pear.
And that's beautiful. Just go online on Facebook and you'll see the current bidding on that, which is again phenomenal. And you can see some detailed photographs of it on there. And don't forget that all the lots today, except for the courses of course, are free shipping. So anywhere in the world you can now bid freely without having to worry about the overheads associated with shipping it to your country. So we're looking to get quite a lot. I know now we're up to about $5,500 already, just on the bids that people have put in, which is quite phenomenal, Shane. I know that yours and Ollie's we've spoke about, you know, we're getting some really good bids on those. So just go ahead and do that. Shane, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time this morning. I know that I've caught you early because it's really busy. And if you're in the Market Harbour area, just pop down, because Shane and Ollie are in Ollie's workshop. And then we've got in the other workshop of Richard's workshop, the main auction area, we've got classic hand tools, we've got Andy Tools and Tap, who's got a whole bunch of historical tools there, and he'll be talking to me later on about mother planes, so look out for that one. We've got Bill and Sarah Carter in the corner, and of course we've got Richard, who's going to be talking to us about sticking boards and various other things and techniques that he uses in his carpentry. So watch out again on YouTube for the next instalment of Today at Market Harbour at Richard Arnold's Macmillan Cancer Nurse Charity Do. Thank you.